Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to start off by giving all honor, praise, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessing, and salutation to Akim, to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 that are pushing his word in truth and sincerity. All right, Lord willing, this reaches the ears of the hopeful elect. All right, your brother Kazak Tazabah coming at you once again. All right, through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shemal Shai. All right, and I was just, just thinking, man, it's been on my spirit actually to talk about it again, touch base on, the spiritual powers from, every once in a while, but, it's prophecy, so it's something that has to be addressed, but yeah, man, hey, spiritual powers is on its way, okay? Very soon enough, man, you're gonna see brothers flying, all right, jumping from building to building, brothers with, great strength, fire coming out of their mouth, their hands, electricity, it talks about in, Zechariah, the 12th chapter, all right, it says how we're going to be, the most feeble are going to be as David, King David. Let me just get that real quick. Zephaniah chapter 12 and verse 8. It says, in that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as the Most High, as the angel of the Lord before them. All right, so, hey, brothers are going to be like, many Yahushais, man, many gods, okay, and then it's going to be a beautiful thing, man. And if you think about throughout history, I kind of touched base on it yesterday at camp, but you go throughout history, man, the times in which the Lord blessed his men with spiritual powers when their back was against the wall, when something happened, okay, whether the enemy was coming for them, or they had them bound, and or whatever the situation was, needless to say, the Lord always came through. He always came through in that clutch moment. All right, he was always perfectly on time, spot on, man. Okay, whether or not we're gonna have the powers, okay, the whole time of Jacob's trouble, that's the spirit, man. Hey, that's a chariot. I'm looking at a cloud right now, and it's shaped just like a chariot. Damn, I wish if I wasn't driving right now, I'd pan the camera around. I don't know if you'd be able to see it from where I'm not sure if you can see this, but there's a cloud over there that looks just like a chariot. Damn, I hope I caught that, but that's definitely a chariot, man. It's shaped just like and it's the only cloud in the sky right now. That's definitely a chariot. Call Allah Yahweh Shemal Shai. But as I was saying, you go back in history, you go back in time, the Lord always came through right on time, man. He was always pinpoint accurate when he blessed us with those powers. Okay. Now, whether or not, like I was saying, whether or not we have the powers throughout the whole time of Jacob's trouble, okay, we don't know. But yeah, we want the powers, but that's not something that we should rejoice over and be, yeah, we can be excited in the spirit because we know that that our names are written in the book, man. As it talks about in was that Luke the 10th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna be excited because at that point, that validates our place. Here we go. May be able to see it now. Tell me that's not a chariot. That's got to be a chariot. But anyways, You know, hey, we just got to rejoice and just be glad that our names are written in the book, man. And we're at that point, you'll know that you're of the elect, man. You know, it's going to be beautiful, beautiful times, man. It talks about in, what is it, Micah 4 and 13, or Micah the 4th. Let me just see if I can get it real quick. Because he says he's going to have our feet like hinds' feet. Okay. This is, Salakia, let me look it up real quick. Salakia, this is Habakkuk chapter 3 and verse 19. The Lord power is my strength, and he will make my feet like hinds' feet, and he will make me to walk upon mine high places, to the chief singer on my string instruments, you know. But hinds' feet is like the feet of a like a deer, kinda, you know, where they got the hooves, okay. And to avoid their predators, you know, they would go and climb up on a steep wall, okay, and they were protected because the angle in which the wall was is damn near straight up vertical, and the enemy can't get them that way, you know. So that was a defense. It's like a defense mechanism, okay, for us in that day, man. You know, the Lord is going to find ways for us to get out of situations, man. You know, whether we cloak, you know, and come invisible, or we're able to fly. You know, Isaiah 59 and 19 says that, you know, when the flood, you know, when they come in like a flood, the Lord's going to lift up that standard for us. You know, whatever that standard is, whether it's, you know, superpower strength, you know, being able to come invisible, fly, you know, shoot lasers out of our eyes or whatever, we know that it's of the Lord, and we're going to give that honor and that praise back to Yahweh Shema Shai and be grateful. This is Micah 4 and 13. Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thine horn iron, and I will make thy hooves brass, and thou shalt beat in pieces many people, and I will consecrate their grain unto the Lord, and their substance unto the Lord of the whole earth. Okay, it says we're going to break in pieces many people, man. You see, and these are the uplifting, you know, faith booster scriptures, okay, that are just beautiful to read and constantly be reminded of, man, because, you know, I'm at my destination, so I can kind of focus. But you know, these are faith booster scriptures, man, because to know that, hey, the Lord, soon enough, man, because Esau's got some shit up his sleeve, man. Esau got some things up his sleeve that he plans on executing and you know, making sure that it comes through. All right, you know, super soldiers. All right, they got those dogs, those robotic dogs with you know, weapons attached to them. All right, that can see infrared and thermal vision. You know, night vision, okay, where you know, when Esau lets his men out there to go on a like a bounty, all right, they're gonna be out there all times of the night, you know, wearing NVGs, you know, being able to see through the dark with their weapons scoped in, okay. And the scriptures talk about in 2 Ezra 16 and 40 that we're gonna be as pilgrims upon the earth, so we're gonna have to flee and go out into those rural areas, man, or even to the wilderness or the woods or whatever, okay? But the Lord is always going to find a way for us to get out of certain situations, man, okay? This is Isaiah chapter 41, and Isaiah 41 and 10. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee. Yeah, I will help thee. Yeah, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Okay, the Lord is going to hold us up, man. He's going to keep us sustained. Okay, he's going to keep us, you know, in a place of protection, in a position of protection. You know, the scriptures talk about in Psalms 34th chapter that the angel of the Lord encampeth around about them that fear Him. All right, so we're gonna be protected, man. All right, there's more of us than it is of them. All right, there's more angels around us than there is of the enemy. Okay, you always got to remember that, man. You always got to remember that. It says, verse 11, behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. It says, thou shalt seek them and shalt not find them, even them that contend with thee. They that war against thee shall be as nothing and as a thing of naught. You see, these people are going to be of nothing. They're not even going to be able to phase us, man. Okay, and these so-called elite, these Edomites, these devils, they know exactly that, man. They know that to be true. Why you think they coming, getting ready, gearing up, getting ready for the most outlandish things created? You know, robotic suits. Suits that people can wear that's, you know, impenetrable. Okay, you see, why else would they do such things? Okay, because they know, and they're really gearing up for the elect, man. They don't care about these low-level Edomites with that got, you know, ammo and weapons. They gonna eventually come for those. All right, they're not worried about them low-level people that doomsday preppers with arsenal and weapons in their basement. They're not worried about them. They're more concerned for the elect, man. Okay, because they know it's of Yahweh B'Shem Shai. It's of the true power of the universe, man, who's going to put His power within us. All right, verse 13, for I, the Lord, thy power will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee. You see, the Lord is going to help us, man. So we don't need to fret. We don't need to worry or trip about, you know, if we're going to be safe, man. Okay, that's when faith comes in. That's when faith comes along, and that's when you got to really dig deep, man. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that time. All right, having the wisdom and the knowledge of the scriptures is what's going to keep us stable, man. All right, having that foundation. Verse 14, fear not thou, worm, Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Why are we considered the worm? Is because we're a defenseless nation, man. When we turn from serving our power, okay, we were defenseless. We had nothing, man. When we went to you know, veering off and taking on the customs of these heathens, all right, the Lord removed Himself from us as a nation of people. All right, therefore, we didn't have our power with us. We were a defenseless nation, but now, through the Spirit, man, the Lord has a remnant. He has an elect that has come back to Him, that is calling upon His name. Okay, and the remnant, the hopeful elect, the ones that we consider ourselves the hopeful elect, are calling upon His name. He will hear our cries, man. Right? Verse 15, behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff. All right, the mountains going into the governments, okay, and you know, the hills, the smaller, lesser governments, the politicians and things of that nature, as chaff, man. All right, as nothing, man. It says, thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them, and thou shalt rejoice in the Lord, and shalt glory in the Holy One of Israel. All right. Now I want to get that word fan. All right, it's zerah in the Hebrew. It says to scatter, fan, cast away, disperse, compass, spread. All right. It says to toss about. You see, to toss about. If you go to Strong's definition, H2114, it says to toss about. By implication, to diffuse, winnow, cast away, compass, disperse, fan, scatter, spread, strew, or winnow. But the point there is to toss about. So it says, thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away. And the whirlwind shall scatter them, and shall rejoice in the Lord, and shall glory in the Holy One of Israel. So you could very well clap your hands. They say put your hands up, and you do something like bah, clap your hands, and then the wind, boom, just your clap alone would just disperse them and fan them and just blow them away. You know, ain't no telling, man. There's a lot more than the mind can fathom or understand. You know, what the Lord's got in store for his elect, man. And it's gonna be a beautiful thing. Just always remember and think about the mighty men of King David, man. Read 2 Samuel, the 23rd chapter. You see the 37 mighty men that David had as his bodyguard, you know, as his security. Those same men are back here today, man, and the Lord is going to reactivate those men, man. Lord willing, I'm one of them, Lord willing. But that was pretty much it, man. Lord willing, this quick lesson, you know, through the Spirit was edifying, and I know that was a chariot. It had been a chariot. And put in the comments if you believe the same thing, man. But that it was shaped just like a chariot, like a disc with a kind of like a dome on the top. But you know, that was pretty much it. Lord willing, this was edifying. So with that, I'd like to give honor, praise, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Until next time, Shalom.